Hello from North Texas, where it is very cold today, and tomorrow it'll be 60, so whatever. Welcome back to the Rudie Librarian channel. This is my January record haul, and it will be short, it will be brief, it will be hopefully interesting. But today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 records I got in January, which is actually more than I anticipated getting, and there's a reason for that. The first one was the surprise one, I think. I think it's the most surprising. And what happened is when we got back to school from our winter break, I had a very, very kind family from my school, parent, who sent me a gift card. The family, I have one of their kiddos in my school. I'm the school librarian. They sent me like a gift for the winter holidays, and it was a gift card which I used to help me to pay for this record. I wouldn't have bought it at all without that gift, but I was very excited to get it. And that is, bam, this is Olivia Rodrigo live at Glastonbury. Now, I have Olivia Rodrigo's 2 studio albums. So why do I need live at Glastonbury? Well, one, I do like live performances, but the thing I wanted most on this is there are 2 songs on here that she sings with Robert Smith from The Cure. And I do love The Cure, and I really enjoy Olivia Rodrigo, so the opportunity to hear them together was just kind of a blessing. This is the Target exclusive edition. Actually, I don't think it was exclusive, but I did get this one at Target. And let me just make sure if both, I think they're different colors. Let's see. So the first one you can see, you can sort of see, let's see if I can get it out so you can see it a little bit better, is this like sort of translucent light blue, almost like a seafoam kind of blue, but not quite. And then the second one, you wouldn't expect any more. You got a more of a cobalt, or I don't know, like a much bolder blue. So no purple disc, which is, kind of different for Olivia Rodrigo, but you do have lots of purple on the cover. And this is a great album, honestly. And the Robert Smith tracks definitely are a gift. Again, love The Cure, so happy to have that. Now, the next record I'm going to talk about is one that I was planning on buying. I had basically 2 that I was planning on buying. And this one is, without further ado, Goldfinger 9 Lives. I will say, I don't know that I planned this actually ahead of time, but as soon as I knew it existed, I was going to get it because I do enjoy Goldfinger. I've gotten their last 2 albums. And I will say the albums that I have are the ones that are most like, people are kind of, I don't know if I like it or not, but I like them. I've liked them all. I will say out of the 3 albums that I own of theirs, this is not my favorite, but there are some great tracks on here. Kind of doing an orange vinyl here. The thing about this album that I think a lot of people, I don't know, they feel both ways about it. So the biggest complaint I've heard is that it's overproduced. And I hear that a lot with like punk albums nowadays. And I think that, to me it sounds all right. I can understand wanting it to see a little grittier, sound a little grittier, a little rawer. But this has a lot of features on it. So the first 2 tracks are the first singles, Chasing Amy and Freaking Out a Bit. And Freaking Out a Bit has Mark Hoppus. I really like both of those. They're great tracks. We've got Jim from Pennywise on Last One Standing. We've got Spencer from Ice Nine Kills on track 4, Derelict. We've got Pilar on Loser. We've got, what is that? Sorry, my vision. We've talked about this before in videos, haven't we? I think it's Ian Dick on Untouchable. And we've got El Jefe of No Effects on track 11's The Punisher. I like it. Is it my favorite album? No. Is it a good album? I think so. And they're coming on tour in March with the Aquabats and a bunch of other bands, including Unwritten Law. I'm kind of hoping to make it to the concert. I don't know if I'll get to. I've never seen them live, never seen the Aquabats live. So I've got fingers crossed. But yeah, overall, it's a decent album. Opinions vary, but I can say I enjoy it. Now, this is the record that I was most excited to get in January. And this was one that I ordered January 1st because that was the first day it was available to order. It's part of the Interscope Vinyl Collective, which is kind of a record club. You can choose to subscribe by month or 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, whatever. I just go month to month because I don't want every record. And I did want this one though. I own every other record by this band from that time period. This was the one record I didn't have, and I'm so glad to have it now. And that is Dashboard Confessionals, A Mark, a Mission, a Brand, a Scar. This is they do a great job on their pressings. Look at that beautiful kind of gray smoke vinyl. I'm not even going to pull it out because I think you can see it really well in there. And there's some great additions in here. There's a really lovely book with some information about the album. And so just to clarify, I guess maybe I will pull it out just a little. I think if I can see it here. I will say my sleeve is probably a little tighter than it should be. I might need to get a bigger sleeve. These Interscope Vinyl Collective pressings are wider, but just really great quality. So this is the album that first had Hands Down, Rapid Hope Loss. Let's see here. Ghost of a Good Thing is on here. Yeah, so those are some of the bigger tracks. But what I was most excited about, I mean, I was excited to have the album because, like I said, it was the one album of theirs from that period I didn't have. But what I was most excited about on this is on the D side, there is one track from the the Dashboard Confessional album covers, MTV2 album covers, which was an episode of a show in which Dashboard covered REM. And so on here, they have the version of Hands Down with Michael Stipe singing from REM, and it's fantastic. I did a video about 10 months ago that was like records that were on my they need to be pressed list, and this record was on it, and so was that album covers record. So to be able to get this record with one track from the album covers is super exciting, and I'm super pumped. I do plan on doing another video of records that I think need to be pressed sometime soon, maybe next week, we'll see. But I'm so excited to have that, so that's amazing. So I've got one more record this month, and I actually did end up ordering another record, but it is, because the ice days, it won't be here until February, so you'll see that on my February haul. But this is one I ordered several months back, and it was actually supposed to ship out in December, late December, and it got backed up a little bit. But that is Derek Webb, Mockingbird. So Derek Webb, this was an album that was also on my list of albums that needed to be pressed 10 months ago. Derek Webb used to be in a band called Caedmon's Call, and then he went solo. His music has been a huge part of sort of my deconstruction process, making me rethink a lot of my beliefs and challenge those. This album is a fantastic album. It's singer-songwriter, folky kind of album, but it's just so good. I highly recommend it. It was the anniversary edition of this. It's also on kind of a smoky gray. This one looks a little bit whiter in the sleeve. Actually, it's hard to tell. I don't know if you can see the smoke as well as it appears in person, but so that is Derek Webb. So those are my four albums, and I love them. I'm very excited to add all of those to the collection. Olivia Rodrigo, Goldfinger, Dashboard Confessional, and Derek Webb. Those are some great additions. What did you get in the month of January? What were you hoping to get that you maybe didn't get? What are you hoping to get in February? Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Share this with your friends. And yeah, thanks for being here.